Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and to the Imperial Austrian campaign, where we've just dealt with Spain again, and now it is time to munch on the British and American empires. However, I am suffering a little bit with my transport cap. We're losing transports a fair amount, which I'm not a huge fan of. We need some more destroyers. So I'm going to basically send the entire shipyard cap into a new round of destroyers, because we do have a new destroy hull to build on, which is lovely. We have the modern destroyer standard, which is perfect. Right, it's going to be the Firestorm. Size, how big were the swords? 1800. Okay, 2000. It's a nice even number. 36 knots seems reasonable. Want them to have ideally max bulkheads, max range, but come back to that later. I'm assuming geared turbines is no turbo electrics. Interesting, but I think I will stick with gear turbines for now. It makes more sense on a ship like that. Although turbo electric does give them more range. Yeah, screw it. Let's go turbo electric. Balanced. It's expensive, but money, like cash money, is not a huge issue for us right now. Towers. They get very, very heavy. Probably this one, I think. With 9 base accuracy. I can't get as much as 13 with this one, but I think we'll go for kind of more middle of the road option. We need a funnel. And yes, I know this is totally broken. Let's go with the targeting rear tower. Actually, could I be very cheeky and get the funnel up here potentially? I could. Interesting. Doesn't give me much space at the front. I was just curious. I'm not sure where I'm going to put the torpedoes, you see. Right, main guns, twin 5s. More twin 5s. And then, I don't want twin 5s on the back. Is there a way to make this ship... it's a stepped hull. Well, that's not always terrible. So we can use the step for the tower. And then I have the guns on the back. So what I really like to do is to put the torpedo launcher in here. But I don't think it'll fit. No, not really. Almost does, but not quite. Right, let's put it back here. We're a little bit overweight, but that's fine. We'll fix that as we go. There we go. That's the basics of what I would like to build. Very similar to the swords, except it has 8 instead of 6 guns. Okay, we will need a little bit of armor. Something along those lines. Let's make them 38s. Wow, I'm massively overweight. Okay. Yeah, fuel. That's not surprising. Bulkheads. Torpedoes. Maybe... I'd kind of like to... I wish you could just experiment with a ship with no torpedo launchers, but... Sadly, the game doesn't let you do that. Yeah, the tower's pretty heavy. Could go with a smaller tower, perhaps. Let's go with this one. Helps a little bit. Let's go reduce torps, reduce shells. Can I just up displacement? Max this out? Yeah, we can. It doesn't actually help that much. What about reducing beam? Sometimes that does help. Not in this case. I could lose a lot of speed, potentially. We don't really get too much from doing that. Make the torpedoes smaller. Potentially. It's because I'm trying to fit all these guns on it. But that's kind of what I want. Minimum bulkheads. Yeah, that would work. That's very risky. Almost never build ships like that. Maybe we do just go minimum bulkheads. Sure, why not? Screw it. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, sure. Hopefully later when we get better engines, we can add some more bulkheads to them. Just don't get hit. Alright, let's buy a bunch of these. Welcome back. I decided to build 50 of those transports. We also have some British ships trying to escape the Antilles. Unfortunately, we started off the battle very much in range. Poor old Belfast over here, getting battered. Try an AP. Oh, torpedo. Cheeky. Yeah, I missed. To these transports. Lovely stuff. Yeah, so I'm just building 50 of those destroyers. It's quite expensive, but should be worth it. Welcome back. We have an enemy cruiser, the Sutlej, that has wandered into the invasion fleet that's attacking the Bahamas, led by the Contemptor. I would auto-resolve, but I generally don't trust auto-resolve. I've made a couple of improvements to it, but it's still pretty dodgy. Slowly getting them in range. There we go. Pretty good accuracy right off the bat, though. The Armata has opened up behind. Oh, there was a hit. Caused a fire. Reasonable arm on this thing. Not expecting it to go down immediately by any means. Holding up pretty well so far. Haven't seen any pens yet. Over pins, causing some flooding. Torpedo coming out as well. Hits! Oh, they hit back on Dictator. Another one. But an enormous amount of gunfire brings her down. Yeah, we haven't seen too much of the American fleet at all, really. Wonder what they're up to. Once more, British are trying to run, evacuating the Bahamas, but no such luck. Is that a second Belfast? But what about second Belfast? Entirely possible. Anyway, no tactics for this. We're just gonna go, go, go. What are you doing? Oh, you're doing that. Shite. Please don't. Nearly goes into the torpedo. Why do they go this way? To change it. This is stupid. This should be off by default. Frankly, a void should be off by default as well. Oh no, Belfast. Exploding away. Yeah, well, the once mighty Royal Navy, not so mighty anymore. Feels like strategically they've given up on trying to defend the Caribbean. The Americans don't seem too interested in fighting us at all, though, which is what is a little bit odd. Right. Another fleet encounters a similar situation. This time it is the Leviathans who are invading Panama from the south, while we simultaneously launch landings in the north. Hopefully we'll be able to take Panama. It's on a 93% or something like that. It should be a little bit better after we blow up this destroyer. There we go. Did not get its torpedoes off. And now we can just roll up these very unfortunate transports. Which, yeah, it's not going to take very long, but I won't make you sit through it. I'll see you back on the map. We found an American, and it is the Olympia, no less, which is currently doing a dancey dance because of the physics. There we go. Up-to-date armor. It's not very fast. That's okay. 2 long 10-inch guns. Perfectly reasonable armoured cruiser design that's been updated. Unfortunately, it's facing off against 3 Leviathan-class dreadnoughts, which probably not what they wanted. Oh, yeah. Savage, especially that hit from the Tegetov. Yep, there she goes. And those transports are going to be toast. Absolute toast. Well, sucks to be them. Right, I think it might mean that the invasion of Panama has succeeded, or it might mean it's failed, because the Olympia could have messed about with the chances. I'm going to head back to the map and find out. Alright, well, we'll wait for Panama to fall. The destroyers are finished, so and we finally got the Mark III 7-inch guns. Sorry, Mark IV 7-inch guns. So we can get a refit of the Cardinals, which badly need it. So we're going to upgrade their guns. Now, we're going to swap them to... What, the quads are terrible at the moment, but triples are actually fine. So we're going to swap them from twins to triples. So that'll up their firepower quite nicely. All their casemate guns get upgraded. I probably want to add a little bit of deck armor to this ship. We also want to swap it to all or nothing. And I know I'm going overweight, but we should get some weight back later on. It goes from coincidence 1 to 5. 24-inch torps. We don't have the options yet. Better turret rotation. Better powder and shell bursting charge. I did that already. Anti-flood 3. Actually watertight doors. Better torpedo. Better barbette. Better armor. Better steering. Prop shaft improved, and also, and we can go from that to turbo electric, Actually didn't give me that much back, which is a bit worrying. About gear turbine. Worse. Swap it to oil. Oh, 9%. Darn. I thought I would have the spare capacity, but I don't. Maybe I can't upgrade it to triples. How is it with a twin? %. Goodness me. Fuel is so heavy. Ammunition is heavy. Really? Right. Let's reduce the number of shells we're carrying. Honestly, it's just stuff on this ship. Can we be really cheeky and sneakily increase the displacement? Yes. Yes, we can make it wider and deeper, and we can cheat it to get some extra displacement out of the ship. But there we go. A bit of a rough upgrade for the Cardinals, but it will work. And that's the important thing. Sadly, couldn't squeeze more guns onto them, though. Oh well. Alright, Bermuda has fallen. Panama has fallen. I think that's a reasonable place to wrap up. But before I do, I've noticed that Britain has 1% army logistics because their economy has gone into absolute freefall. That means if we take Wales, or possibly northwest England as well, the Guard should be able to rampage across Britain, and we can take out the British entirely. We'll have to go and take Shetland as well and Northern Ireland. But yeah, if we land troops over here, we can do that. We'll also want to take out Newfoundland. So I think what I'm going to do next episode is I'm going to wrap up the Americans. The Guard can take Guatemala. But if we take Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Northern Colombia, and possibly Venezuela as well, how are the Americans getting on with that? Yeah, and Venezuela. We'll leave our ships here to do that. The pre-dreadnoughts will be enough to take Newfoundland and then attack Wales and northwest England. And then we can just eliminate the British right off the bat. That would be pretty crazy to do that, to eliminate Britain, especially with both Spain and France being very, very weak. We just have to wait for their army logistics to tackle those Spain's already has. France is pretty low, so if we get another war against those two, we should be able to break out and take Western Europe. And then, who really will be there to oppose us? America? Maybe, except we've given them a big old punch to the face. Russia? Don't think so. Germany? Maybe. I think it might be China. Also, India is now half Chinese, half Japanese. There's weird stuff going on over there. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.